Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating area, right, where things are starting to seriously converge. Large language models meeting crypto payments.
Yeah, it's a hot topic.
Totally. If Web3 was, mostly about people doing stuff on chain, this next phase feels like it's about machines paying for things. We're calling it agentic commerce.
That's a good term for it.
So our mission today is to really unpack this new tool that's enabling it. Coinbase's Payments Machine Commerce Protocol, MCP for short.
Right.
We need to get into what it does, sure, but also like how it shifts things, giving AI agents real financial power. What does that mean for Web3 infrastructure? And obviously the huge risks and opportunities this whole machine economy idea throws up.
It's a pretty pivotal moment, I think. For ages, AI has been great at analyzing, right? Watching markets, crunching data, predicting things. But this protocol is like the missing piece. It lets AI actually transact value and not just, think about it.
So it moves from just being smart to actually participating.
Yeah.
Economically.
Exactly. It gives the LLM financial agency. That's the big leap. AI gets its wallet, basically.
Okay, let's dig into Payments MCP then. It sounds complicated, but maybe the core idea isn't.
Well, the core function is pretty straightforward, actually.
Yeah.
Think of it like a toolkit from Coinbase. It lets those big LLMs we all use, like Claude, Gemini, those guys, it lets them directly talk to crypto wallets and use on-ramps to make payments specifically with stablecoins.
So, like you said, it's giving the AI a checking account and a debit card.
That's a perfect way to put it, yeah. And how they built it is interesting, too.
Oh, they didn't just invent something new.
No, they actually built it on an older open protocol called BY402.
BY402. Never heard of it.
Not many have recently. It's an older standard for internet payments, kind of designed for machines talking to machines.
Right.
Coinbase dusted it off and integrated it because it's really good at that fast, low-friction stuff needed for automated transactions.
Okay, hold on. Why BY402? Why dig up an old standard? Why not just use, a modern L2 or existing stablecoin pipes? What's special about it being internet native for a machine?
That's a really good question. See, when you build for humans, you worry about user interfaces, maybe slow confirmations are okay sometimes, fixed fees.
Right, human stuff.
Exactly. But machine agents, they need super low latency, high frequency, tiny payments maybe. X402 is apparently really good at handling those immediate code-driven transactions.
Like paying for an API call instantly. Or a tiny bit of data.
Precisely. It allows for that real agentic commerce without some of the delays built into systems designed for us, for people. It bypasses some human-centric blockchain stuff.
So the big takeaway here is it's not about people on chain anymore. Or not just about people.
It's a shift, yeah. We spent years getting human interfaces, right? Wallets, biometrics, making things easy for fingers on screens.
Making coffee purchases possible eventually.
Right. But now it's agents on chain. An AI can hold a wallet, manage stablecoins, call services on the blockchain, potentially without a human hitting approve every single time.
That is financial autonomy, just defined by code.
Wow. And that immediately shakes up the whole Web3 stack, right?
Yep.
If AI can hold money and decide where to spend it, maybe find the cheapest compute or optimize its own gas fees.
Then everything built for humans has to suddenly cater to machines, too.
Immediately, yeah. Which means a huge new demand spike for certain kinds of infrastructure.
Like what specifically? What needs to scale up or change?
Well, think about wallet SDKs the toolkits developers use. They need to be built for machines now, not just people.
Okay.
Stablecoins need to handle way higher velocity, tons of tiny machine-to-machine settlements, super fast.
And APIs?
APIs designed for machines talking to machines, where low latency is everything. Not just nice to have, but critical.
And this ties into that whole tokenized economies narrative we hear about.
Absolutely validates it, I think. Suddenly, those use cases for autonomous agents aren't just theory. They're operational.
Give me an example. Like, what would these agents actually do?
Okay, imagine specialized bots. One pays for compute power only when it absolutely needs it, automatically. Another accesses premium data streams, paying per byte. Or think DeFi agents running complex yield strategies, moving funds between protocols constantly to optimize, managing liquidity, all automatically. No human clicking, confirm constantly.
Right. So for anyone listening, this points to a potentially massive new growth area.
Definitely. The focus could shift from just general scaling to very specific infrastructure that can handle this machine volume.
So we should be watching the wallet projects, payment rails.
Precisely. Projects focused on that core infrastructure, advanced wallets built for code approvals, payment rails designed for sub-second speed. Reliable stablecoin providers who can handle massive machine flows.
And maybe certain DeFi protocols, the ones that allow for that kind of pre-approved automated activity.
Exactly. That's where the machine money is likely to flow first. It's the foundational layer for this.
Okay, this seems like a good point to just quickly mention something.
Sure.
If you're finding this breakdown useful, how AI, blockchain, and finance are starting to collide, and you want us to keep digging into these complex shifts,
Yeah.
well, just hitting subscribe, maybe leaving a comment, engaging with this deep dive, it genuinely helps us out a lot.
It really does. Boosts visibility. Lets us keep doing this.
Right. It keeps the lights on, so to speak, and lets us dedicate the time needed for this level of analysis. Your support really does fuel the conversation. So thanks in advance if you do.
Okay, so back to it. Let's talk about the upside. The big opportunities here, especially around new money-making models.
Yeah, the new revenue streams seem like the most obvious immediate win, right?
For sure.
Like if you run an API service, suddenly you don't have to chase monthly invoices or manage human subscriptions.
Nope. The bot pays you directly.
On a micro level, pay-per-use.
Exactly. Every single request, every bit of data can be instantly monetized. Services become these dynamic things that agents just use and pay for automatically.
That's a huge shift for service providers. And stablecoins must love this.
Oh, absolutely. Stablecoins become the go-to currency for this booming machine economy. They need to be fast, cheap, reliable, handle that constant churn of machine transactions.
But the source material pointed out, this requires some serious rethinking of wallets, doesn't it? You can't just hand an LLM a hardware wallet.
No, definitely not. We need agent-centric wallets, where the keys, the approval logic, it's all managed by code.
And smart workflows, like defining what an agent can spend on.
Critically important and absolutely essential non-negotiable spending limits. You have to build in guardrails.
Which leads us right into the risks, because those guardrails are needed for a reason. Giving code financial power? That sounds scary.
It opens up massive challenges. Security, governance.
Yeah.
It's huge.
I mean, the security question alone is kind of terrifying. If an agent controls serious funds, how do you manage who authorizes what? What about errors? A typo in the code becomes $1 million mistake.
Or worse, a genuinely malicious agent designed to steal or disrupt.
Yeah.
That's exactly why Coinbase is emphasizing required spend limits and tight permissions. It's non-negotiable. You have to prevent agents from going rogue, whether by accident or design.
But then you hit the regulatory wall, right?
Immediately. Yeah. When machines are sending value back and forth autonomously, who's responsible? How does AML, KYC work?
Anti-money laundering. Know your customer. If a bot pays another bot for data, who is the customer? Who ultimately owns that flow of money?
We don't really have frameworks for that yet. And liability.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Who's on the hook if a bot messes up big time? Makes a terrible trade, manipulates a market, breaks some rule.
Is it the developer who wrote the agent's code? The person who gave it the initial goal? The LLM provider, like OpenAI or Google? The platform running the agent?
There's no legal precedent for AI as a financial actor like this. None. It's uncharted territory.
And market impact, too. We've seen flash crashes from dumb algorithms before. Now imagine thousands of these smart, financially empowered agents all running complex strategies at the same time.
Coordinated staking, yield hopping, arbitrage.
The potential to suddenly shift liquidity, spike volatility, create totally new kinds of market behavior, it's significant.
Very significant. These automated payments could really change market dynamics in unpredictable ways.
Okay, so let's try and bring this back down to earth for people listening.
Yeah.
Given all this, the tech shift, the financial changes, the risks, what should investors or traders actually be watching?
Right. For investors, I'd say build a very specific watch list. Look at the protocols and tokens that are directly enabling this.
Clumbing, basically.
Exactly. Specialized wallet SDK providers, chains optimized for super cheap, fast machine transactions, the stablecoin issuers proving they can handle machine-to-machine scale, API infrastructure projects that agents will pay for. Those are the picks and shovels here.
And for traders, what signals should they look for?
Traders need to start looking for new patterns, behavioral signals that scream machine activity.
Like what? Sudden volume spikes in specific pairs used for automated strategies.
Could be. Or tracking how bots are paying for services or executing yield farming automatically. These could become new real-time indicators of where momentum is building, stuff that just didn't exist in the purely human-driven market.
Interesting. So stepping back even further, looking at the big picture, this move by Coinbase, integrating AI and payments like this?
It basically says the machine economy isn't just a sci-fi concept anymore. It's moving from white papers to actual financial infrastructure.
It's becoming real.
It's becoming real, yeah. It's not just a buzzword for the future. It's happening now.
And macro-wise, what's the significance there?
Well, think about it. As AI gets adopted everywhere, globally, the crypto infrastructure that nails this problem fast, autonomous payments at the intersection of AI, payments, blockchain, that becomes incredibly strategic.
Like essential middleware for the next generation of the internet.
Yeah, you could definitely see it that way. Mandatory plumbing for an AI-driven world.
Okay, that pretty much wraps our deep dive today on Coinbase's Payments MCP. It's clear this tool is a big deal, giving AI financial teeth, forcing Web3 to evolve beyond just human users, and demanding rapid innovation in infrastructure.
A lot to unpack and a lot more to come, I suspect.
No doubt. So, here's the final thought we want to leave you with, something to chew on. We talked about the regulatory mess, especially around liability. If this agentic commerce scales as fast as some people think, and machines really do become independent financial players, not just tools, but actual transactors, what's the single most critical piece of financial law or regulation that's currently missing? What do we desperately need to figure out to manage this new kind of digital agency? And are regulators even close to being ready for it?
That's the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it?
It really is. Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.